Hi, I'm Neil Burns and I'm collaborating with the great HPC Today to bring you the Surfactant Insights podcast. What's so special about specialty surfactants? Well, I'll skip ahead to the answer. It's information. The information content of a specialty surfactant is many orders of magnitude greater than that of a commodity. So let's step back. The common definition of a specialty, or speciality, as the case may be, is one which is sold on the basis of a performance specification. That contrasts with a commodity surfactant which is sold on the basis of a physico-chemical specification. By way of illustration, if I go at random to, say, the Pilot Chemical website and pull off there the product bulletin for Calsoft L40 with a chemical name sodium linear alkyl benzene sulfonate, I'll read on there properties including solids, color, pH, density, and so forth. There are a few general notes there about where it may be used as a detergent ingredient, but it's a commodity surfactant and most customers know very well how to use it and what to expect when they do. So let's stay on the same website and download the product bulletin for Aristonate C5000. The first thing you'll notice is that for the chemical name, it says proprietary neutral calcium sulfonate. That's it. And the message is that the exact chemical name is clearly not that important. What is important is what the product actually does. So yes, there are some physico-chemical specs on there, like total base number, calcium weight percentage, and so on. But what's really interesting is the section Advantages, which notes that 2 independent laboratories determined that both Aristonate C5000 and a competitive product passed the ASTM D665 Parts A and Part B test in turbine oil rust prevention in a 100-second naphthenic oil. And then there's a table below that shows the Aristonate C5000 performance against a standard sulfonated additive for demulsibility in ASTM D1401. So you can see the focus is very much on performance. What this means is that the specialty ingredient is carrying with it a lot more information directed toward helping the customer use the ingredient to its best effect. This performance information relating to one or more applications is more important in many cases than even the chemical identity of the ingredient. Now, as a result of the performance characteristics of specialties, they're less liable to displacement by competitive materials, which happen to have the same or maybe similar chemical structure or specification. And, as you might expect, specialties earn a higher gross margin. That gross margin, however, does not come for free. Below-the-line costs, that is SG&A, selling, general and administrative costs, are much higher for specialties, and all that comes out of the gross margin before you get to the profit before tax. And here are some of those costs. Applications development and testing, all those ASTM and AICHE tests. Patent filing costs for compositions of matter and maybe applications, presenting papers at conferences to educate customers, tech service chemists to aid customers in using the ingredients, after-sale and pre-sale service, often in the field with the customer, and of course the costs of learning as much and sometimes more about the customer's business and applications than any single customer knows. Hopefully, after all those costs, you come out ahead of where you would be with a simple, lower gross margin commodity, and usually that is the case. So, with higher profitability and great protection against competition, specialties are viewed more favorably by investors than commodities, And so specialty chemicals companies are valued at a higher EBITDA multiple than commodity companies. It takes, however, work and time to build a specialty surfactant business that has all that information associated with it. But it's worth it. And that's why you'll see companies like Pilot, ScienceCo, Stepan, Indovinya, BASF, Dow, Innolex, Vantage, and many others having some portion of their surfactant portfolios in specialties, and in many markets which are outside of the well-trodden mainstream workhorse cleaning markets, particularly in cosmetics. So, if there are other specialty aspects which you'd like to learn about, please let me know. In the meantime, I hope you found this quick look at specialties to be useful. Thanks again for listening.